There's something wrong with my character. He's very good with druids and is quite handsome. Sadly, he's a complete idiot. Hey everyone, I'm a Dr. Nada, and today I will guide you on how to make your very own class mod in Baldur's Gate 3. This is an excellent skill to have because you can make your game exactly as you want while providing items for a portfolio for a career in video game design. After all, you can share your mods on Nexus. Let me know the mods that you're planning on making in the video comments. Making a custom class in Baldur's Gate 3 takes a little bit of work without a good guide. This video will massively simplify it for all of you lovely folks, making it much more approachable and beginner friendly. We're gonna go from no mod to ready to upload to Nexus step by step. Since this is an entry level video, the class will be minimalistic. If you want to learn how to customize something that I don't spend a lot of time on in this video, let me know in the video comments. Being sure to like and subscribe to stay connected to similar modding content. Let's begin. The theme for the mod that I'm going to be making for you all today will be called Flowerborn, because I wanted to make a Flowerborn Dragonborn. A mage's initiation test gone horribly wrong. Well, not the inspiration. I dressed up with flower-painted pajamas to mark this special occasion. First, we're gonna download a class template to make the whole thing easier. Go to the Nexus link in the video description and download the file kindly provided by Cicada. Extract the file using WinRAR. Second, we need to download the Baldur's Gate 3 Modders Multitool. This tool provides unique UUIDs which are going to be used across your mod. Go to the GitHub link in the video description, download the file, extract it, and then run it. You may get a warning from Windows Defender, like all the programs that I use in my videos. I scanned it with Bitdefender, and it checked out. Third, we're going to edit your new class's surface level information, or metadata. Go to the mods folder, renaming the example folder to your desired mod's name, which is case sensitive. Go to the next page and open up the meta.lsx file using a text editor like Visual Studio or Notepad++. You only want to change 5 fields here. Author, so people know that you made the mod. Description, which should be brief because it's only seen in the mod manager. So naturally, a pun, like stem the mind flayer with this new mod. Folder, which should be your case-sensitive mod name, which will be the name of your mod in the Baldur's Gate 3 mod manager, and UUID, which is going to take just a little bit more work. To make a unique UUID, open up the Modders Multitool, go to the UUID generator, ensure handle is not ticked, and click Generate. Click on the box to copy it and then paste it into the entry. Fourth, we're going to make your class special in-game versus just in the mod manager. Go to the public folder, rename the example folder to your mod name, and enter that folder. Open the file at the following path. For our purposes, we're going to be focusing on a subset of fields. Can learn spells, which will be changed to false, which determines if your character can learn spells from scrolls. Flowers can't read, so false. Class equipment, which I pasted from the subclass line, is the gear that your character will get on creation. Do not change the value right now, as your mod will crash if you click it in game. If you do. I'll briefly touch on the equipment file at the end of the video. Description and display name, which you can edit by returning to the multi-tool, ticking the handle box, then copying and pasting unique handle codes onto each of these lines, and it'll be different for both. Remember these fields for later. Must prepare spells, set to false, because flowers need no preparation to be fabulous. Name, change to Flowerborn, which will be your in-game class name. Primary ability, change to 6, which will be the main ability for your character in-game. Flowers are incredibly persuasive, so I set it to Charisma, which is code 6. Progression table ID, make a new UUID, keeping the handle box unticked. You want to hold on to this code for the next step. Sound class type, to reflect the class that you want yours to sound like. Druids are the closest to flowers of all the classes, so I chose that. Spellcasting ability, here changed to 6, to reflect the attributes selected for spells, and Charisma was the obvious choice for this one. UUID, so you need to make another unique UUID and put it in this field. Tags, which is where you're going to have custom dialogue tags for your class. I referred to a reference on a forum in order to obtain these, which is in the video description. I made mine have Bard and Druid options for obvious reasons. mods because the only thing better than a flower is a singing flower. To simplify things, I deleted the subclass information. Let me know in the video comments if you want to learn how to make a subclass, and I can consider making a video of it in the future. Fifth, we need to make it so characters with your class can properly level up. Open up the following path. Fortunately, there are not many fields that we have to edit here. Boosts. Delete the action resource entry for now that enables custom action points, and change the proficiencies to what you want. So I opted for charisma and I kept the other fields that were there. Name, change it to your mod name, passives added and passives removed. For now, just delete those lines. Table UUID. Change it to the progression table ID that you previously placed in the class description file. UUID, make another unique ID using the Multitool for this field. Go ahead and delete the multi-class and subclass entries, which are for additional customizability. Great, so you've done enough to make your class, albeit unnamed, appear in the character creation window and unleash this horror upon Faerun! 6, we need to edit the localization file so your character and the description show up in the character creation. Return to the mod's main folder and go to this path. Delete the file ending with a loca and rename the XML file to have your mod name as the beginning, keeping the XML file extension. Now open it up. Delete all the text at the top of the file, keeping the syntax structure at the bottom. Replace the first line string with the display name handle that you had in your class descriptions file. Put your desired class name as shown. In the second line, place the descriptions handle from the class description file inside the quotations, placing your class description as shown. Have fun with this section, building your class's backstory, as you can see with mine. 7th, we need to make a localization file from this XML file. For this, you need the program lslib, which you can obtain through the link in the video description. Extract and launch it, change the game to Baldur's Gate 3, go to the Localizations tab, select your XML file in the input file path, paste it over to the output path, and then change that XML ending in the output path to loca, or L-O-C-A, and then click convert. Great, so that's everything we need to make our class and make it so players can select it in the character creation. As you saw, there's a lot more to customize in these folders. Let's go over them briefly. The different customizability options are back in that public folder. The action resource definitions folder will allow your character to have a unique resource to use during battle and regain during long rests. So if you want your class to rely on hamburgers with a long rest needed to make more, that's an option. The assets folder allows you to edit icon textures for the different spells. These will be DDS files, which you can learn how to edit using another video that I made, which is in the video description. And I used Photoshop's generative AI function to make a few logos epic animals, like a demon hamster. The character creation presets folder gives you the chance to alter the default character ability point distributions. I changed it for my class to reflect a flower, so extremely low intelligence and very high charisma. The content folder holds the means of editing the UI. The GUI folder can split up your DDS file into separate icons. The list folder has files where you can edit the list of active and passive skills available to your character, as well as the spells. And finally, the stats folder has the equipment.txt file, where you can edit the starting gear for your character. And its data folder has additional files where you can edit traits of your character. The last step, 8th, is to make your pack mod and make it ready to upload to Nexus. Open up the Modders Multitool and drag your folder just above the localization mods public folder into the blue box. It will make a zip file readily uploaded to Nexus, but be sure to test it out as I show here. To test it, follow my guide in the video description showing how to install mods using Baldur's Gate 3 Mod Manager, then launch the game. Start a new game and revel in what you made. In this video, you learned how to make a new class from start to finish, producing something that you can endlessly customize and share with the community. While my mod is technically a joke. You can make your mod however you want. Like a character whose father was killed by a mind flayer and whose ultimate spell is prepare to die, which turns them into Andre the Giant. Let me know in the video comments if you want a guide on how to upload mods to Nexus, or some other piece of modding Baldur's Gate 3 or another game that you care about, and I'll see what I can do. Creating a mod for Baldur's Gate 3 can be complex, but is by no means unfeasible, even for people with limited modding experience. Like most things, it will come together if you put the time in and try to understand the process. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. I will likely go over how to make an ESM mod for Starfield in my next video, or at minimum, cover if this can be safely done before official modding tools are released. Thanks for watching. Starship out.